Congo A Single TV is here to help people to improve their lives.
Hi everybody, welcome to Doris show, and it has been a long time, and today I have an interesting topic which today we are going to look at, which it is like anxiety. I think everybody knows that there is different type of anxiety, yeah. Let me just call them by names. We have like fear of going to the public places, we have panic disorder, we have trauma or PTSD, we have fear of kind of like just mingling with others. So well, I'm going to give you 4 tips how to deal with the anxiety. For example, if you are a manager or you are a consultant, or if you are a father or a mother or a student, so there is this anxiety which is kind of like mild. That mild anxiety kind of like help us people to do things on time than us doing them late. For example, if you a student, it prepare you to hand in your assignment on time. It prepare you to prepare that presentation. If you are a mother, you need kind of like prepare maybe food for kids when they're coming home, or maybe you as a mother, when you have like a bit of anxiety, you have like a minor fear of that when I go to school, other parent will look at me. So this one is kind of like mild anxiety. It's kind of like preparing us. But for the big boss, like they need to present that budget, or maybe they're not meeting what they're supposed to meet their target of that week. So when it is mild, it is really fine. So you are kind of like preparing you to do things supposed to be doing on time. But when this anxiety, it is really bad, is when other people cannot function daily basis. For example, there's this anxiety where kind of people have fear of going in crowd places, like maybe shopping center where there is many people, or meeting just a small group of people to have some fun with them. It's kind of like preventing them do what they need to do. And other people, they have like fear of using the lift, fear of a spider, fear of a height, fear of kind of like just being in the forest, fear of blood. So there's so many fear which really can kind of like affect people's life. So I know that some people who really suffer this anxiety, their life is being really affected. So we know, yeah, that there is many ways how people are being affected, but don't let anxiety disable your life. As I always say, there is a way out. For people who are suffering like the fear of crowd, fear of public place, and fear of any phobic things. So the first tips you are going to learn today is kind of like try to expose yourself. It's only by exposing yourself that you will overcome the fear. And the first time, the fear to be so massive and the anxiety will be so high, because you are just kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. So firstly, do it gradually. Maybe if you have fear of meeting people, arrange to meet with only one person. Then after testing that, then the second time try to meet up with 2 people. Then you are doing it gradually, so you'll find out one day you'll be meeting 5 people, so you could be kind of like increasing it with time. That is for those people who have fear of public places, or fear of crowd places. Maybe instead of you just remaining in your house, closing doors and not doing shopping because you have fear of meeting different people, do it maybe like when you know that it's very quiet, then increase it when you see that there's a little bit of people in the shop, so that you can kind of overcome your fear. So what really we are learning now is kind of like you need to expose yourself, and you expect to expose yourself gradually, slowly you will overcome whatever fear you have. And then for those one who they have like panics attack, when you feel that, oh, I need to meet this boss, or I need to go for this interview, I can't, you have like massive fear, why not try also exposing yourself, but you are doing it also gradually, but have a moment where you can speak to someone how you feel. So by speaking with someone who's closer to you, you can see really what is going in your mind, but hearing it from another person. So that is secondly. So we are talking about exposure. Secondly, talk to someone who you think that you trust, who can keep what is going on for you. And for those one who really they fear, really, like students and people who goes to college, if you have fear of like going to school, why not start kind of like going one day, half a day at school, then you go full day, so you are kind of also kind of like increasing. So anyway, anxiety, you kind of like, you can't deal with anxiety without you facing it. So the more you face it, and the anxiety level will reduce. So that is our first one. So our second one is talking with someone. Number 3, really, it's very, very important. Whatever anxiety you are feeling, you have to do something. And the first thing is that try to relax your mind before going out, or before doing your presentation, or before doing whatever task is in front of you. Try to relax. Other people, we kind of use breathing techniques, which is really, really great. In one of the sessions to come, I will also teach you how this anxiety and how breathing techniques can help you relax, so that you can meet the things you need to do daily. So that is number 3. And then number 4, try to do some exercises, because if you are feeling low and you are very anxious, you are really restless, you are feeling hopeless, you are feeling unworthy, if you just sit one place and do nothing, really it does not help. So you need to put in some effort, even though not doing it for an hour, at least 5 minutes a day. When you feel low, when you feel anxious, you feel hopeless and unworthy, take 5 minutes, just go outside, have some fresh air, and come in. Try your best to make yourself even a cup of tea, just kind of like to uplift your spirit. Exercises are very, very important. So you start with 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes. So you're kind of like increasing everything. It is gradually increasing, because you know, if your body has kind of like get used to something specific, then when you are just changing dramatically, your body will be like kind of like in shock. But when you do it gradually, you are educating your own mind, and you are educating your body. So it is really good. So so far, let me just recap what we have learned. Number 1, you are exposing yourself by facing it. Number 2, you are doing it gradually. Number 3, you need to talk to someone. And number 4, you are doing some breathing techniques. And number 5, you need to do some exercise. I hope those 5 things will help you. Whether you are a mom who is scared of going to drop kid to school, or whether you are a manager, you are scared of doing that big presentation, or whether you are a student where you deadline, or whether you are whatever position you find yourself, those 5 techniques works for good. And I will see you for my next show.
Congo A Single TV is here to help people to improve their lives.